It's time once again for Purana Talk. We're reading the Garuda. What? I jumped in before you could say anything. We're reading the Garuda Purana. We're in the second big kanda of the Garuda Purana, chapter 42 on bestowing gifts. Oh, this again. Well, you can't say the Garuda Purana isn't repetitive. The Lord said, as a calf can trace its mother cow among 1,000 cows, so also the actions done in previous births can follow the doer. Ooh. The sun, Varuna, Vishnu, Brahma, moon, fire, and Lord Shiva appreciate the person who gifts plots of land. There is no gift equal to the gift of land, no treasure equal to landed property, no virtue equal to truthfulness, and no sin equal to falsehood. Gold is the first offspring of fire, land of Vishnu, and cow of the sun. He who gifts gold, cow, and land actually makes the gift of 3 worlds. 5. He who gifts knowledge, land, and cow is blessed. Reciting epics and the Puranas, cultivating seeds in the fertile land, and milking the cow save people from the distress of hell. Even persons committing heinous sins are purified merely by making gift of a cow or a plot of land. 7. If someone seizes cows or land unlawfully, due to greed, he should be stopped. He goes to hell who does not protect these. Even when the vital airs stick to the throat, i.e. when death is imminent, actions unworthy of performance should not be carried out. Only worthy actions should be followed. This is known to Vedic scholars who have declared thus. There is much of sin in seizing cows or land, as that which results from slaughtering 1,000 cows, in doing an evil action, or in depriving someone of his livelihood.
Livelihood.
I like livelihood. I'm going with livelihood.
Okay.
I'm sure it's livelihood. In helping someone to secure the means of livelihood, the benefit that accrues is equal to that of the gift of 100,000 cows. And it did say livelihood. But livelihood's a word I hadn't heard before, and I really rather like it. I think I'm going to put it in my dictionary. 10. It is better to gift away a cow once for all rather than give away 100 cows and seize one. It said give. I don't know why I said gift. It's all about the gift. But it's better to give away a cow once for all rather than give away 100 cows and seize one. If one seizes a cow, he cannot expiate for that sin by even giving 100 cows. Oh, wait a minute. I think we could work out a deal here.
I think he's talking about steal.
Well, yeah.
By seize.
Yeah. Stealing a cow is so bad that you can't even make up for it by giving 100 cows. However, talk to the owner about this. I mean, he might actually go along with that.
I'll steal one today.
The karma's bad.
Tomorrow.
I'll give you 100 if I can steal one today. 11. If a person voluntarily gifts something and wantonly seizes the same, he becomes a great sinner. He goes to hell, where he stays till the universe is dissolved in deluge. Pralaya. 13. The merit that accrues to one in offering protection to a poor Brahmin who is emaciated due to unemployment cannot be surpassed in sacredness even by performing a horse sacrifice accompanied by all sacrificial fees. I don't think anybody gets away with doing a horse sacrifice without paying all of the fees, do they?
Well, apparently somebody tried.
Now it's written into this book forever and ever.
Mm-hmm.
13. The merit one secures by guarding the Vedas and performing sacrifices accompanied by sacrificial gifts cannot equal the merit of protecting a weak Brahmin. In other words, protecting a poor, weak, vulnerable Brahmin is better even than guarding the Vedas and performing sacrifices and gifting gifts. That's interesting.
Yeah,
well, that's good.
Well, okay.
Oh, you just see it as this pro-Brahmin bias, huh? That keeps popping up. Did you have another theory?
I'll take yours.
The, the vehicles and forces maintained with the wealth misappropriated from the Brahmins break down at the time of battle like buns made of sand. And
How convenient.
buns are from the Hindi or local language, meaning blockages. But I think it's such a convenient word in India that it's used all the time as if it were English, in English. And it takes the form of describing both, blocking an irrigation channel or blocking a road in a protest is also a bund.
Or locking something.
Yeah, bund. Bund gobi is, like all that. If one seizes land gifted by another, he is reborn as a worm in feces where he remains for 60,000 years. Don't do that. The Brahmanical asset enjoyed by the deception of affection burns the entire family till the 7th generation. The same, if enjoyed stealthily, burns the race so long as the moon and stars shine in the sky. Clever persons may be there who can digest powdered iron or stone or even poison, but is there a man in the world who can digest the property of a Brahmin? Think about that. By destroying the wealth of gods, temples, by seizing a Brahmin's wealth, or by dishonoring and slighting a Brahmin, a family falls in esteem. There's no question of dishonoring a Brahmin, though devoid of learning. No one performs Homa in ashes instead of a blazing fire. Gifts made during the transit of the sun from one sign of the zodiac to the other. Havyas and kavyas offered at that time enable one to be honored in heaven for 7 kalpas. So that's especially an auspicious time, the transit of the sun from one Rashi to the next. It's a good time for havyas and kavyas, which is like fire offerings and recitations, I believe. Out of the 3, acceptance of monetary gifts, imparting knowledge to the seeker, and presiding over another man's sacrifice, acceptance of monetary gifts is the best. The sin, if any, in the acceptance of monetary gifts is removed by japas and homas, but even the Vedas do not sanctify a person who presides over another man's sacrifice, but himself does not perform any sacrifice. A person who performs japas and homas and abstains from accepting cooked food from others is not tarnished by any sin, even if he accepts the gift of the whole earth full of precious jewels.
So, as usual, it started out by talking about reincarnation and about how things you do in one life might affect what happens in another. And then they go into what detail things you give cause. Isn't that kind of interesting?
And then it just said,
and then it
be good to the Brahmins.
Actions and what those cause.
Be good to the Brahmins, especially. And there's certain times when it's really good. They want to give you keys to the transit times between.
When to show up and what to show up with.
Okay.